The Gallic Wars, a series of brutal conflicts waged between 58 BC and 50 BC, stand as a pivotal chapter in the history of ancient Rome. Led by the ambitious and ruthless Julius Caesar, the Roman legions marched north, seeking to conquer the vast and untamed lands of Gaul. This campaign would forever alter the course of both Roman and Gallic history. It would transform Rome into a dominant power in the ancient world and propel Caesar to the pinnacle of Roman politics. The Gallic Wars were a defining moment in Caesar's career. His victories in Gaul brought him immense wealth, military glory, and unparalleled political power. These achievements set the stage for his eventual rise to dictatorship. The wars also had a profound impact on the Roman Republic. They expanded Roman territory, filled Rome's coffers with plundered Gallic wealth, and demonstrated the might of the Roman legions. However, the wars also exposed the growing cracks within the Roman Republic. The immense power and popularity Caesar gained through his victories fueled political tensions in Rome, contributing to the eventual collapse of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. The Gallic Wars stand as a testament to the military genius of Julius Caesar and the brutal efficiency of the Roman war machine. They remain a subject of fascination for historians and military strategists alike, offering valuable insights into ancient warfare, leadership, and the complex dynamics of conquest and resistance. Before the arrival of Caesar's legions, Gaul was a vast and diverse land, inhabited by a mosaic of Celtic tribes. Stretching from the Pyrenees Mountains in the south to the Rhine River in the east, Gaul encompassed present-day France, Belgium, parts of Switzerland, and western Germany. The land was fertile and rich in resources, with dense forests, flowing rivers, and rolling hills that provided ample opportunities for agriculture, hunting, and trade. The Gallic tribes, though sharing a common Celtic heritage, were fiercely independent, often engaging in intertribal conflicts and rivalries. Each tribe had its own territory, customs, and political structure, with power often concentrated in the hands of a warrior elite and a priestly class known as the Druids. The Druids held a prominent position in Gallic society, serving as spiritual leaders, judges, and keepers of knowledge. Despite their internal divisions, the Gauls were renowned for their bravery and martial prowess. They were skilled warriors, fighting with swords, spears, and axes, and their cavalry was particularly formidable. However, the lack of unity among the Gallic tribes would prove to be a significant weakness in the face of the disciplined and organized Roman legions. Among the many Gallic leaders who rose to prominence during this tumultuous period, Vercingetorix stands out as the most iconic figure of resistance against Roman rule. A chieftain of the Arverni tribe, Vercingetorix would emerge as a symbol of Gallic unity and defiance, challenging Caesar's ambitions and nearly changing the course of history. At the heart of the Gallic Wars lay the ambition of Julius Caesar, a rising star in the turbulent world of Roman politics. Caesar, a brilliant general, a shrewd politician, and a master of propaganda, saw the conquest of Gaul as a path to securing his political future and achieving lasting glory for himself and for Rome. Caesar's ambitions were fueled by the tumultuous political landscape of Rome in the 1st century BC. The Roman Republic, once a beacon of stability and power, was plagued by internal strife, corruption, and economic inequality. The traditional ruling class, the patricians, clung fiercely to their power, while a new class of wealthy individuals, known as equestrians, challenged their dominance. Amidst this political turmoil, Caesar saw an opportunity to advance his own career and reshape the Roman political landscape. He craved military glory, political power, and the adulation of the Roman people. The conquest of Gaul, a land rich in resources and strategic importance, offered Caesar the chance to achieve all of these goals and more. Caesar's decision to launch his campaign in Gaul was not solely driven by personal ambition. Gaul, situated on the northern borders of Roman territory, posed a potential threat to Roman security. The movements of Gallic tribes, particularly the recent migration of the Helvetii, had raised concerns in Rome about the possibility of Gallic incursions into Roman territory. Conquering Gaul would secure Rome's northern borders and provide a buffer zone against potential threats. The Gallic Wars were not simply the result of Roman aggression or Caesar's personal ambition. They were the culmination of a complex web of factors, including economic interests, territorial expansion, political tensions, and specific events that ignited the flames of war. Rome, an expanding power hungry for resources, land, and slaves, had long cast a covetous eye on the fertile lands of Gaul. Gaul offered access to valuable trade routes, mineral resources, and a large population that could be exploited for labor. The Roman elite, eager to increase their wealth and influence, saw the conquest of Gaul as a lucrative opportunity. The Gallic tribes, for their part, were caught in the path of Roman expansion. As Rome's power grew, so too did its hunger for land and resources. The Gallic tribes, fiercely independent and protective of their territories, were unwilling to submit to Roman rule without a fight. The political climate in Rome also contributed to the outbreak of war. The Roman Senate, the governing body of the Republic, was divided between those who supported Caesar's ambitions and those who viewed him as a threat to the traditional order. Caesar's enemies in the Senate hoped that a disastrous campaign in Gaul would curtail his growing power and influence. The stage was set for a clash of civilizations, a conflict that would determine the fate of Gaul and have far-reaching consequences for the Roman Republic. Section 5. The Helvetii Migration, a spark ignites the flames of war. The immediate trigger for the Gallic Wars was the migration of the Helvetii, a powerful Gallic tribe inhabiting present-day Switzerland. Facing pressure from their neighbors and seeking new lands to settle, the Helvetii decided to migrate westward, planning to cross through Roman territory on their way to Gaul. The Helvetii's proposed migration raised alarm bells in Rome. The prospect of a large armed tribe moving through Roman territory was seen as a threat to Roman security and a potential catalyst for unrest among other Gallic tribes. Caesar, eager to prove his military prowess and enhance his political standing, seized upon the Helvetii migration as a pretext for launching his campaign in Gaul. Caesar, with his legions at the ready, intercepted the Helvetii near the Rhone River. After a series of skirmishes and negotiations, Caesar decisively defeated the Helvetii at the Battle of Bibracte, forcing the surviving Helvetii to return to their homeland. This victory sent a clear message to the Gallic tribes. Rome was a force to be reckoned with. The defeat of the Helvetii marked the beginning of Caesar's Gallic campaign. It established Caesar's military credentials, secured his northern border, and provided him with a base of operations from which to launch further campaigns deeper into Gaul. Section 6. Triumphs and defeats, key battles of the Gallic Wars. The Gallic Wars were a series of hard-fought campaigns, marked by both stunning Roman victories and unexpected setbacks. Caesar's legions, renowned for their discipline, organization, and engineering skills, faced fierce resistance from the Gallic tribes who fought tenaciously to defend their lands and their freedom. One of the most significant battles of the Gallic Wars was the Battle of Alesia, a decisive Roman victory that marked a turning point in the conflict. Vercingetorix, recognizing the need for Gallic unity in the face of Roman aggression, had rallied several Gallic tribes under his banner, hoping to drive the Romans out of Gaul. Caesar, however, proved to be a cunning and ruthless adversary. He laid siege to Vercingetorix's forces at Alesia, constructing an elaborate system of fortifications to trap the Gallic army and prevent any reinforcements from reaching them. Despite a desperate attempt by a massive Gallic relief force to break the siege, Caesar's legions held firm, ultimately crushing Vercingetorix's forces and securing a decisive victory. The Battle of Alesia broke the back of Gallic resistance. Vercingetorix, the symbol of Gallic unity, was captured and later paraded through the streets of Rome during Caesar's triumph. With their leader defeated and their armies shattered, the Gallic tribes were unable to mount a sustained resistance against the Roman war machine. Section 7. Vercingetorix, the rise of a Gallic hero. In the annals of the Gallic Wars, Vercingetorix stands as the most prominent figure of Gallic resistance. A chieftain of the Arverni tribe, Vercingetorix emerged from relative obscurity to unite the fractious Gallic tribes against the Roman invaders. His charisma, strategic acumen, and unwavering determination made him a formidable adversary for Caesar and a symbol of Gallic courage and defiance. Vercingetorix understood that the only hope for the Gallic tribes to repel the Roman invasion lay in uniting against a common enemy. He traveled from tribe to tribe, appealing to their shared heritage and their desire for freedom. His impassioned pleas resonated with the Gallic people, and soon a coalition of Gallic tribes rallied under his banner. Vercingetorix proved to be a shrewd military commander, employing guerrilla tactics, scorched earth policies, and hit-and-run raids to harass Roman supply lines and wear down Caesar's legions. He recognized that the Gauls, lacking the discipline and organization of the Roman legions, could not defeat Caesar's forces in open battle. Instead, he sought to exploit the Gauls' superior knowledge of the terrain and their skilled cavalry to inflict casualties and undermine Roman morale. Despite his ultimate defeat at the Battle of Alesia, Vercingetorix's legacy as a Gallic hero endured. He became a symbol of Gallic resistance against Roman rule, his name etched in the collective memory of the Gallic people as a reminder of their fight for freedom. Section 8. The Siege of Alesia, a decisive turning point. The Siege of Alesia, a pivotal event in the Gallic Wars, stands as a testament to Caesar's military genius and the determination of both the Roman legions and the Gallic defenders. This epic siege, lasting for several weeks, pitted Caesar's forces against a massive Gallic army led by Vercingetorix, who had gathered his forces within the fortified town of Alesia. Caesar, a master of siege warfare, surrounded Alesia with an elaborate system of fortifications, effectively trapping Vercingetorix's forces within the town. The Roman siege lines, stretching for miles, consisted of trenches, walls, watchtowers, and traps designed to repel any attempt by the Gauls to break out or to receive reinforcements. The Gauls, facing starvation and dwindling supplies, fought bravely but were ultimately unable to break the Roman siege. Vercingetorix, recognizing the futility of further resistance, surrendered to Caesar, hoping to spare his people from further bloodshed. The Siege of Alesia marked a decisive turning point in the Gallic Wars. The capture of Vercingetorix and the destruction of his army effectively broke the back of Gallic resistance. Although pockets of resistance remained, the Gallic tribes, demoralized by their defeat and lacking a unified leadership, were unable to mount a sustained challenge to Roman rule. Section 9. The Aftermath, a new order for Gaul and a rising star in Rome. The Gallic Wars left an indelible mark on both Gaul and Rome. For Gaul, it marked the end of their independence and the beginning of Roman rule, which would last for centuries. For Rome, the conquest of Gaul brought immense wealth, territorial expansion, and the rise of Julius Caesar as the most powerful man in the Roman world. In the aftermath of the Gallic Wars, Caesar moved swiftly to consolidate Roman control over Gaul. He established new Roman provinces, built roads and fortifications, and implemented policies designed to integrate Gaul into the Roman world. Roman culture, language, and law gradually spread throughout Gaul, transforming the region into an integral part of the Roman Empire. The Gallic Wars had a profound impact on Caesar's political fortunes. His victories in Gaul brought him immense wealth, military glory, and the unwavering loyalty of his legions. He emerged from the conflict as the most powerful man in Rome, his popularity among the Roman people soaring to unprecedented heights. However, Caesar's growing power and influence aroused the suspicion and envy of his political rivals in Rome. The immense wealth he accumulated from his Gallic campaigns, as well as the legions he commanded, made him a formidable force to be reckoned with. His return to Rome at the head of a victorious army would spark a civil war that would ultimately bring an end to the Roman Republic and usher in the era of the Roman Empire. Section 10. The Legacy of Conquest, a lasting impact. The Gallic Wars, a brutal and bloody chapter in ancient history, left a lasting legacy on both Gaul and Rome. The conquest of Gaul transformed Rome into a dominant power in the ancient world, expanding its territorial reach, enriching its coffers, and providing it with a new pool of manpower and resources. For Gaul, the Roman conquest brought an end to their independence, but also ushered in an era of relative peace and prosperity. Under Roman rule, Gaul experienced significant economic development, urbanization, and cultural exchange. Roman law and administration brought stability to the region, while Roman engineering and infrastructure projects connected Gaul to the wider Roman world. The Gallic Wars also had a profound impact on the course of Western civilization. The Romanization of Gaul spread Roman culture, language, and institutions throughout Western Europe, laying the groundwork for the development of Romance languages and influencing art, literature, and law for centuries to come. The Gallic Wars stand as a testament to the military genius of Julius Caesar and the prowess of the Roman legions. They also serve as a reminder of the human cost of conquest and the enduring power of resistance. The story of the Gallic Wars, with its tales of bravery, betrayal, and ambition, continues to captivate and inspire, offering valuable insights into the nature of war, power, and the clash of civilizations. If you found this exploration of history illuminating, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let us continue to learn from the past together.